Hello everyone. Today I'm looking at Windows 8 Consumer Preview that was released on February 29th, 2010, 2012. Um, and to get started, there's a few things I've discovered by reading some blog posts and watching videos. And let's get started right away. There's no start button, but as you see here it says start, which brings up the much talked about Metro. Now when I press this, you'll see that this is not how it comes out of the box, so to speak. I've done some customizations already, and what you can do, there's a lot of actually there's quite a few things you can do with this. Is Obviously you can go back to your desktop. That's the first, right? But you press the Windows key, and you can go start desktop. Um, there are some keyboard shortcuts that I found too to be quite useful. Is when you press when you hover over the right side, it takes a while for it to come up. I don't really like that, and I found in a way if you hold down the Windows key and press C, it brings it up much faster. Okay, so let's look at some settings here. It says settings on the side. Control panel brings up control panel, as you would see in Windows 7, Windows Vista type of interface. Um, But if you want to get into the Metro side of things, down at the bottom is more PC settings. And the first thing you see is personalize. And the lock screen or login screen, you have predefined pictures you can choose from. I'm not sure if you can hack these or whatever, but they're not bad anyway. And the lock screen is obviously when you lock the screen. And you can only so far you can choose one app to show in your as a status. So you normally see the clock here, okay? But you can also, for example, like I chose weather. So when I lock the screen, it would also show the weather here. Hopefully they'll add more, but I'm not sure. The start screen itself, which is this start screen, you can customize with predefined colors. The default was around here. I'm not sure. I can't remember the background pattern. I think it was that. It was default in the background, as you can see, but you can use the predefined colors, and you have 6 different pre-chosen background shapes, styles, whatever. And the last one here is just blank, basic color. As you can see. And what do we got here? Okay, so you get the idea. And the rest is just basic. Basically, it is control panel, but very simplified. Users, notifications, search, share, general. Share is not much yet. I imagine by the final release there'll be more options, sharing options. And as you notice too, as after I changed the start screen color, these buttons and stuff also change color. For the most part, yeah. Windows Update, you can check for updates here. Okay, so what do I have here? Okay, so if I go over to hover over the top left, I have that. I was looking at PC settings or the desktop. I'll say if I didn't want PC settings anymore, I can either right click close, right, or just grab it. Now I can tile it, this is kind of interesting, or just drag it down, boom, it's gone. Okay? So you can do that with all Metro applications. So say if you had, let's open a few here that are Metro. Weather, you can take a look at the weather here while we're at it. Kind of a neat interface, really cool maps. It's got like a playing little animation here. It plays for a second or so, and you can close it down. chart. You can scroll the mouse back, forth, up, down, whatever. I think, no, you can't. Okay. So back to start, press it. I find the Windows key much quicker than going down here, but whatever. And so we have this open. And let me see, what else do we have? Maps. Where's maps? Yeah, that's the problem with this too. I think is it's going to be hard to when you have a lot of stuff to find your applications. Maybe if you're like me. Map style is neat. Aerial view, and it gives you like a Google-ish, whatever you want to call it, satellite view. You can zoom in pretty good. Not quite as detailed as Google Earth, but it's pretty good. Like you can't get down to the, I don't think, no, street level. You can show the traffic, so I guess that's the routes and stuff, and search for directions and stuff. Okay, back to start. So we have 1, 2 running, and let me see what else was kind of interesting. I can never think of these things. Messaging, not so hot. You can only message so far through Windows Live or Hotmail. You can't You can't send a message. Says you can't send offline message to friends on Facebook, and it tells you who you're connected to. So right now, messaging is connected to Live and Facebook. Okay, so now we have this running here. So let's go back to the desktop, and a way to switch apps is you can just like Flip 3D, if you remember, hold down the Windows key and press Tab. You can flip through the different screens, which is kind of neat. So again, start desktop. We'll just take that guy and drag him down. We'll say, we'll just close. Take him, we can drag down. Let me show you the tile kind of thing. Takes up some of the screen, part of the screen. I'm not sure. Yeah, and it brings it up full. And, ooh, come here. I don't know if you can. Oh, okay, so let's go back to the desktop, grab that application, and boom, he's gone. Okay, so we had Control C for settings, and start, Windows key for start, and for searching you can right click and do all apps, and it'll bring up, no it doesn't, sorry, I'm not wrong. For searching, if you're in the start screen, okay, you can just start typing anything and boom, it comes up with results if you have any. However, if you're on the desktop and you want to search, you can do the same thing about to start. You can press the Windows key and press Q. That'll bring up search. And what I found interesting about this is, say if I wanted to look for something on the internet, how do I do that? Well, earlier I was looking for a virtual dub. Now I have that. I think I have that downloaded. Okay. Now settings, there's nothing. Files, there's lots. Okay, which are but Internet Explorer, it'll bring up Bing. Search, and there you go. Virtual dub, SourceForge. You can download it from SourceForge. And by the way, this is Internet Explorer 10, the Chromeless version. And you can have a choice to open, save, and cancel. I already have this, so I'm just going to cancel. Okay. And when you right click on a white space, you can see that there's tabbed menus at the top and an address bar at the bottom with a little logo of the sites, if it has it, of the site's icon. And some of the stuff, as you see, I've already what you call pinned. So let me see. Let's go to Let's just go to Yahoo. Let's just go to Yahoo. Yahoo.com. Okay, it's picking up the. I hate when sites do that, but whatever. When they pick up your geographical location, and if we look at here, okay, again, right click down at the bottom, you can refresh. Tools, I'll show you that in a sec. You can also pin that to start. So we go back to start, and you go, oh, hey, wait a minute, I don't want it over here. You just drag it over to somewhere, say cloud, and there's Yahoo. So there's pinned apps I already have: Facebook, Twitter, my homepage, and Yahoo. Okay, and this is treated as one application. So if I go to desktop and I drag it down, they're all closed except for you're going back to the desktop. And back to Internet Explorer Chromeless. Save, for example, sorry, I was looking at Mass Effect 3 video review. It says flash required. Okay, I know I have flash installed, so I don't know if this is for security reasons or whatever, but I cannot play flash videos in this environment of Internet Explorer. So I right click and go to Tools. You can either find something on a page or view on the desktop. That brings up Internet Explorer 10, and now, as you see, the video plays no problem. And just to sure it's about Internet Explorer 10, consumer preview, etc. So I close that. And this I can close, snap left, right, so close that. So we had the Windows key C, Windows key Q, back to start, Windows key D, go to the desktop. One more interesting keyboard shortcut is Windows key X, and that brings up a list of things that you normally might know: Run, Search, Windows Explorer, Control Panel, Task Manager, and so on and so on and so on. And one thing I should mention, I don't have the website offhand. If you noticed here, I don't have that watermark on here. There's a way of getting around that. I'll put it in the post, but it's not it's not Windows 8. It's just I found a site on how to remove the watermark. I did try it with Resource Hacker, but I had no luck, which I have right here. And speaking of going back to start and programs, when you install a program, it will be thrown into here, as you saw with same with pinning apps. Okay. If you want to uninstall a program, say this one, Audacity, you can open. You have a few choices. Sorry, you can open this file location, which is handy. Run as administrator, open new window, uninstall, which is really neat. So any programs you installed, you can, well, except for Windows, like any programs you install that are not Windows based, I guess, or Windows programs, whatever, you can uninstall from the Metro screen. That's really neat, actually. And if you notice here, I did some customizations. And say if I go to Q, and if you have your name, you usually have your name for the computers. Well, you can search for that, and that brings you to your user folder. You can get your app data and stuff, get your music, pictures, videos, whatever's in here. I have Dropbox installed, downloads, etc. And what else is there? Oh, why did it do that? Oh, yes, of course. Now the way I have this set up, if you notice too, is I'm just moving the mouse back and forth. I'm not scrolling, and it's pretty quick. Is you hold down the Control key and scroll the mouse down. You can move these around, groups. And what you do is like when you have whatever categories, like these will change. I know from I know I'll be changing these, but whatever you have, whatever grouped tiles or icons you have, you can right click on one group and you can name the group. Right now I just named it people. And if you click again, you're back. So there's people, and these are off of Facebook, Twitter, pretty much Facebook and Twitter. And I think that's about it so far. Your music is here, as it says here. Your pictures are here. You can actually predefine a picture, 4 pictures. And reader, finally, a PDF reader, um, which I downloaded with a music file, I see. And right clicking on it brings you up that metro-ish thingish, continuous 1 page, 2 page. So you can have whatever, I guess. Oh, I see. Okay, back and forth. 1 page. Save as more gives you the info. That's kind of neat. Rotate. Oop. Yep. Okay. And desktop. Close that. And I think that's about it. You sign in. You can sign in with your live account or local. You can search your name. We talked about Internet Explorer 10 Metro. You can pin application, web pages, programs. You can drag them down to close them. Alt tab we talked about. Well, Alt tab is just, you know, as usual. And the WinKey tab is to switch between open Metro applications. And I think that's about it. Probably forgetting something, but there's so much to learn or remember that I'm probably forgetting something. But anyway, I hope this was of some use to you. If you don't like Windows 8, I understand. But I thought I would at least just give it a try and see if I can, get the best out of the operating system as it is right now. And we'll see what happens come October if it's released then. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, and as always, have a good one. And we'll talk to you later. And bye for now.